Thank you for joining me here in the Audix conference demo room. What we got going on here is, frankly, a pretty typical conference room. It's 20 feet deep, 12 feet wide, 9-foot drop tile ceiling. And in that drop ceiling, I have essentially installed one of each of our microphones. And I have a couple here on the table in front of me as well. So what we're trying to do here is give you a real world typical listening experience of these various microphones. In fact, right now, you're listening to our famous M3 microphone. There it is right there. This is a 3 microphone in one setup. Essentially, the microphone is 3 distinct channels. The microphones in this room are all Dante enabled, which gives us some additional features, and we'll get into that in a moment. But what we're trying to establish here is just give you some confidence in what these microphones sound like as I'm just using them in a typical setup. So we'll just go through the microphones individually here. Again, this is the M3 that we're listening to, mounted at about 8 feet from finished floor at the center of the table. Mounted just a little bit higher than that is our M70. I just switched to it now. You see it there in the ceiling next to the T-bar. I'm using the Dante enabled LED setup so that we can indicate that the microphone is on. However, if you wanted it to be discreet, it comes in white and it pretty much disappears in the ceiling when you're not using it. The M70 is a single element microphone. That capsule can be aimed at about 40 degrees in any angle to accentuate whatever presenter you're trying to microphone with that. The M55, you just see it there behind the M3, is basically the M70's brother in that this is a microphone very similar to the M70. However, this is intended for when you have drop tile or ceiling that exceeds that 8 to 10 feet sweet zone that we like to have the microphones in. So this is essentially a drop mic version that you can utilize for those higher ceilings. And again, that's the M55. The next microphone, this is the M40S. Now this microphone in this situation is not mounted center of the table. In fact, it's about 12 feet away from me where it sits now. It's right in front of my display, and there it is in the ceiling. You see it next to the T-bar, so roughly it's about the size of a pencil. And this is our shotgun microphone, but don't think of it as a very narrow shotgun. It's a pretty forgiving shotgun. In fact, I'll show you that. So first of all, I'm going to walk to the very, very back of the room here. I'm at 18 feet from the microphone as I stand here at this mark, but I can also make a lap around the table. This is one microphone, mind you. Here I am passing underneath the microphone, and I'm coming around the table back to my seat. And you can see the efficacy of this microphone is pretty incredible. So this is a great microphone when you have some architectural challenges and you just can't get a microphone as close to the presenter as you would like. This is a great problem solver for that. The next microphones are here on the table, and of course, nothing sounds better than microphones right in front of your presenter on the table. Even though we don't get to do it very much, it's pretty profound to show the quality of sound that you can get when you have microphones within an arm's reach of your presenter. The acoustics of the room just become a non-factor almost. So we're on the M63 Boundary Microphone. This is one of my favorite microphones as it's just so marvelously effective. Again, we have the LEDs that we're lighting up using our Dante system. But as I turn this microphone away from me, here I'm at about 90 degrees, and here I'm going to go to 180. And you can just hear the rejection that this microphone has behind it where I'm sitting and talking to you. It also has a button here that is internally configurable for a local mute and push to talk, as well as just being a logic button for the DSP, and that's how I have it configured for me here today. The next microphone is the M65 Rigid Gooseneck. This microphone originally started as a custom shop project. However, it was such a hit that we added it to the line, and it is now a proud member of our offerings. It's a piece of mechanical jewelry in that it is just a gorgeous mechanical. The swivel system, as tough as it is, it's actually also very good looking. The consultant that asked us to build it as a one-off was originally for the New York State Assembly, and those guys were having problems with the typical goosenecks just failing continuously until we built them basically a bulletproof microphone like this M65. And so we've had a chance to listen to each and every one of our microphones here. I hope this was very helpful. For further information, please go to audixusa.com, or you're welcome to email me directly, dave@audixusa.com. Thanks a lot, and I hope this was very helpful.